Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to another mighty quest for epic loot. Alright, so in this video we're going to go deep into trials. The last video we did, we went deep into adventure, and if you haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and link that up right here. And since then I've been putting some work into this character and stuff as well. So this video is going to go specifically into trials. All right, but first, before we jump into all of that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So trials. Trials will be the next section that you unlock, and then you do arena. Once you hit level, man, I can't remember what level that was actually. But if you tap on it, I think it was like 8 or 9. If it's not unlocked for you, if you tap on it, it'll tell you what level. But trials specifically, let's go ahead and jump into that. And this is cool. This is something that I like about the game that I haven't necessarily seen before. Let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick here. All right, so here we go. So here are the trials, and so right now we have the Promote Stone Castles, we have the Gold Castle, and just a reminder, I did do a brief overview of this that goes over pretty much everything in the game that I had unlocked at the time. So if you want to see the brief overview, I'll go ahead and link that up right here as well. But so we have the Promote Stones, the Castle, the Gold Castle, and then we've got the different elemental castles down here. So we got Fire, Nature, and we have Water. So right now we have 2 of those open. We have the Fire and the Nature. Those are pretty cool. Promote Stones, let's talk about that first. All right, so these open different days of the week. I haven't memorized the order in which they open, so if you just go in here, the cool thing is it tells you when they unlock, right? So on Sundays, it looks like they all open up with the exception of that shield promote down there at the bottom. So tomorrow, we're going to have access to all of these. So right now, we have Weapon Promote, which is something I need anyway in order to promote my weapons. Now these things here, promotes, what this allows you to do, go into your character here, take a look at my sword. So if I want to promote my sword here, click on that. Now it takes my sword at max level plus these promote stones right here. And it tells you, this one tells you here where you can find the different promote stones, which is awesome. Just click on it. So I have 9 of 20 right there. So let's go out. And back into trials, and looks like right now, how many can I get? Let's see where I am. I'm at 42. It requires 25k, so you can see my might level there at 42,318. It requires 25k, and then the potential loot is that. Okay, and then Castle 3, not sure yet. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump into this. I'm just gonna auto run through this one right here. I do have an auto win right there, but I tend to save my auto wins for when I don't have a whole lot of time to go ahead and just auto play through here. I do like the auto play function. It does make it, I don't know, it's a little more accessible for me, I guess, when you're doing multiple things at one time. But if you haven't played with the auto play feature at all, it's just basically, he's just running around and just killing everything, right? He's not, your character's not looking for chests or anything like that. If it's in a regular castle, then he's just going to run towards the end. If he runs into chests along the way or accidentally opens them, then that's what'll happen. But he's just going to go from point A to point B, and that's it. Doesn't use any abilities or either. So down here, you can see that you can go ahead and tap it though, and then do all the damage you want there. So you don't have to stop game control and then do those abilities right there. You just is going to go ahead and do it. So we'll go ahead and finish this here. Now the reason why I'm auto playing through this is just because it's definitely it's a lower level one, so should be able to get through that pretty easy, and they do. So we'll take a look at the third castle and see what that looks like. But there we go. We got through that. How many promote stones are we going to get? There we go. Got through that. We got 4. So I'm at 9. I needed 20. So what I need, that puts me at 14. So I need 6 more. So now you do have, obviously you have a limited number of times, right? So what is that? I've got 1 try left. You got two runs at this. Now what is this? This one's at 50. Now when it gives you a might level, it is actually pretty accurate. There are a couple instances where it really wasn't, and I'm going to go over that in a different video. But in the trials, it is pretty close. So we're just going to go ahead, run through. I'll go ahead. Actually, I'm going to go back and do that later. But so that is the weapon promote. You want to go in there. You definitely want to do that every single day so that you can go ahead and promote your weapons and your armor in order to increase your might so that you can move further into the game. Next is gold. All right, okay, so I saw a question wondering what to use gold for. Gold is is something that is used a lot in this game. I mean, you need it to level up all of your gear. I mean, if I just go into here to show you an example, let's see. If I want to go ahead and improve this piece of equipment, so right there, it's going to take 4,000 gold in order for me to promote this from a 2-star to a 3-star. Let's see, upgrading your equipment here, doing this, and I'm not going to do this, but I'll go ahead and throw this up there. If I want to go from 10 to 19, it's going to cost me 9,000 right there. So you do move through the gold fairly quickly. So I would definitely use the gold strategically, and not just promote absolutely everything. You do want to be a little strategic, and that's where the trials come in as well. And another reason why I like what they've done in this game. So we've got the gold castle, 2 tries left in there. We're not going to run through the gold castle because it's very similar to the promote zone castles, things like that. I want to really dive into these elemental ones. And this is, I was talking about earlier, where a cool part of the game is. So for these elemental castles here, you need specific sets of armor in order to get in there. So when you go in there, you need a fire set, you need a nature set, and you need a water set. So if I go into fire delirium here, and this is what we're shooting for. So right now I've got 75 of 200 points here, and as you can see, as you go down, you can take each one of these on to gain more and more points, so that you can go to take a look at these milestones. And if you can get 300,000 points, that's what you get in those orbs right there to help level up your armor and your weapons and things like that. But we can go all the way down to the bottom, and you can kind of see what it is you're shooting for. So the first couple rewards, I really want to hit reward 3 consistently so I can get these orbs, and then as I continue to work that up, you've got some auto win tickets there, some more bronze keys, some gold, and then the next, for me, the milestones are these rewards where you get these orbs, so that you can boost your armor and your weapons. All right, so there's that. Same thing with nature. You got the same kinds of things. Let's take a look at the rewards here. The rewards here are a little bit different. So you got the epic keys there, some gold, there's some auto win tickets. So this one is all about basically your auto win tickets and epic keys. You got some, there's some armor popping up there. You get some gems. So there you go, pretty cool. And then water. I can't go into water because it won't let me take a look at it yet. But see, like right now it says equip your water gear. All right, so fire. Fire is all about orbs. So let's go ahead and jump into here. I'm going to go ahead and go, I think I was doing, let's see, my fire set is right here. So I'm at 28. I'm at 28,000 might. So I got to stick with this 50 pointer one right here. 28 because that's a 15. Look at that jump though. You go from 15k required for this second one all the way up to 35. That's a 20,000 might difference between the two. So that's a pretty big jump right there. So let's go ahead and go in here. I've got my armor set. Now this is just a basic set. The helmet I got really early on in the game. I think everybody might get that. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and jump into here. Now this one I'm not going to autoplay. I'll even though the level is really low, I'm not going to autoplay it. All right, so here we go. I like so in here, well, like on bosses and stuff like that, the black hole doesn't work very well. These aren't bosses, I know, but I like playing around with some of the different abilities, just so because I'm really testing kind of what some really good builds are, right? To do the most damage and clear these as quickly as possible, so it doesn't take too much time. All right, there we go. Blast everybody. Let's do. Oh, I used that too soon. Not enough people around. All right, there we go. Let's do this one. Blast everybody there. So again, if you didn't know, and if you've tried it, you don't have to keep tapping. You can just hold hold down, and then he'll auto attack there. And then you, as you're doing that, you can still use your abilities and stuff at the same time. You don't have to lift up. All right, so there we go. Got through that one. So that is Trials. So Trials, all mainly about these orbs. And these orbs you really want in order to promote your gear, increase your might level. Now, I have not jumped into Nature yet, but Nature, as we saw, is all about gold and auto win tickets and epic keys, which is always good. So let's go ahead and jump into a Nature one. I haven't done one of these yet. All right, and before we run into Trials, so I needed to, this video is cut a little bit weird, in my opinion. I needed to go and get some more gear. So this is what I learned. So my Nature set here, for the helmet right there, I had this helmet right here. This helmet does not have any type of elemental properties to it, so it wouldn't allow me to go into the Nature Trials. So what I had to do was I had to go and I had to farm until I got a Nature helm, and in order to do that, I went into Quests and Adventure. All right, so what I did is I went to Act 3, Battle 10 here, and I went ahead and I ran through this one because it has a Nature helm right there. So you see the potential loot down at the bottom. You can't click on any of this down here, but so this is kind of what I'm figuring out as I'm playing through this game. Again, this game's only a few days old, and I didn't play part of beta. But so the green gear down there is not the set gear, but it is the Nature gear, and then you've got the fire breastplate there. So I went in here and I just farmed this until I got a piece, until I got that Nature headpiece, so that we can go into Trials, and then we can go ahead and take a look at Nature. So as you can see, the fire is gone now, and I have Nature Fever, and then I have Water Fever that unlocks in just under 8 hours. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that. And as we saw previously, the milestones here is all about the epic keys. There is some gear that you get in here, but epic keys, gems, and these auto win tickets as well. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see. I am at, so if I go here, I'm at 26. This requires 15. The next one has, again, that 20K jump goes up to 35. So I'm not going to do that one right now. I'm just going to work on this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and jump in there. All right, and there we go. So let's just run through this really quick. And go through this. Boom, get everybody. And these rooms, they're just one room. It's not too terribly difficult. The most important part about Trials is making sure that you get, let's go ahead and suck everybody in and blast them out, is to make sure you have the right set, the right armor set with the right element, and making sure that your power level, your might level, is where it needs to be. Let's go ahead and do this. And just kind of keep working through this. Let's go. Is that all that's around here right now? Yep, it is. So we'll just go ahead. I'm not going to use any skills right now on it. So in the beginning, so as I mentioned before, I really want to test how free to play friendly this game is. And right now, I mean, obviously, I understand the model and the business model and everything for that. And I agree with it. I mean, nothing really truly should be free, right? But if you're willing to put in the time and the effort into being a free-to-play player, you still have access to everything that you normally would have. It's just you're going to progress a little bit slower. What I tend to not like about some of the games that are free-to-play is that they put huge roadblocks in front of the free-to-play player that puts them way behind. I understand as a free-to-play player, we're going to be a little bit behind, but to be way behind, like insanely behind to where you're not even competitive, then it can be a little bit frustrating. So I really want to see how free-to-play friendly this game is. I'm going to go ahead and claim these rewards, and then we'll run through, we'll build these points up, work through these milestones, gain these rewards. But one thing that I wanted to mention, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually use some auto tickets just to complete this really quick. Okay, that's done. I guess I could have hit that retry, and I just didn't. All right, now there have been some questions about what to use gems for. Gems in this game don't come very readily, and that's typical for games like this. Now, some people have asked, what do we do with these gems? Well, you can go in here and you can spend 150 gems to do another event, to do another Trials Castle, if there's something in here that you really want, or if you're close to claiming a reward. So like for me right here, I got 100 points left, and if I do that, so what's 400 points going to give me? I'll go ahead and take a look at this. 400 points is going to get me what? It's going to get me 3,300 gold. For me, 3,300 gold is not worth 150 gems. So that's kind of what I would suggest is you go in here and you look at what your next reward is. If you were able to get those 400 points, and you might be able to get, those 10 epic keys or get some gems, or you're higher up in this Trials ladder, then I think the 150 gems would be worth it, but not until you get higher, in my opinion. At least for a free-to-play player. Someone who's not free-to-play is a little bit more, can spend those gems a little bit more readily, right? So, and in the promote stone, so we have access to all these other different areas in the promotes for the promote stones than we did previously. All right, so Trials comes out every day. You can do one every day, and you have the fire, you have the nature, and you have the water. You also have the gold castle and the promote stones. Really focus on, make sure you're completing your gold castles, all of your tries every single day. You definitely need that gold. The promote stones, you definitely need that in order to promote your gear and in order to increase your might so that you can move through this game, because it does that. Those might levels are really pretty tight. They're pretty accurate. When you take a look at that castle, you really want to be pretty close. I've been able to at least be a few hundred to 1,000 under almost any castle and still be able to get through it. So I mean, that's pretty tight there. So definitely there. Trials are a good thing to make sure that you do every single day, because you need everything that you get out of them, the rewards, the epic keys, and things like that. There you go, everybody. That is Trials, and just my thoughts and a couple tips on how to start running through all of those and how to farm for the gear for that. Looking at what that potential loot allows you to get. So definitely build up. You want to build up your different sets as quickly as you can. It doesn't matter if it's really low gear. You really just want to build those sets up so that you can start taking advantage of Trials as quickly as possible. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you today. Just a quick video to go over Trials, give you a few tips and a few things that I've learned along the way. I'd like to hear from you as well. All right, as always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.